Hi folks, Joko here, and I'm here tonight to do another Task 2 feedback for a person from the IELTS Tips and Tricks blog. Now, this is for Mr. Adib, Mr. Adib Ahmed. My name looks familiar, maybe because I was in AA all those years, but he has written a discuss both views and give your own opinion essay. Now, I would recommend that you go back and watch the, it was very early in my online experience giving feedback, but I did a sort of like how to answer this type of question. And there are certain things in your question analysis that you should do that will prevent, hopefully, from happening the main thing I noticed wrong with this essay, and that is you misread the question. Very common. It's more common in this type of essay than others because you've got two views that you must get right and understand what those views are. And so the first thing you want to do is look at them and ask yourself the WH questions. You know, who are we talking about? Where? When? And what is it specifically that the view is? All right. Well, let's take a look at our question. Please kindly evaluate. I will evaluate it, but I'm usually not very kind. Some people say that the main environmental problem of our time is the loss of particular species of plants and animals. All right. So the key words here is the main problem, not a main problem, the main problem. What does that mean? It means the most important. The main means the number one of our time. It's the loss of particular species. Not all species, but particular ones. Rather narrow. Okay. Others say that there are more important environmental problems, plural. Not there is a, or there is a more important, or an environmental problem that's more important. It's problems. These little words like the, and whether or not it has an S, can make a difference when critically analyzing your task response. Okay, so let's get to it. We say here, discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Explain your answers and provide any relevant examples from your own knowledge and experience. It says that on every task too. What do you got here? Oh, look, it's me. Task response. Okay. Answering the question with well-supported ideas. This is my interpretation of it. Coherence and cohesion. Sentences and paragraphs that aren't too confusing. Can be a little confusing. Don't be too confusing. And are well connected to one another and those around them. Lexical resources. Uses a wide variety of vocab accurately. Not just uses, different words, but uses them appropriately and accurately for what you're trying to say. Different complex structures and other grammar features. Yeah, it's not just about sentences. All right. Target 7/8. Okay, 7/8 we'll give you. Opinions vary.
Opinions vary as to whether the extinction of different animals and plants is a major environmental.
No? Is that not working? Speak selected text. Yeah. Oh, is nothing selected?
Opinions vary as to whether the extinction of different animals and plants is a major environmental concern or other problems related to the environment should be prioritized. In my opinion, all environmental problems should be equally weighted and given priority.
Priority, twice. Okay. As to whether the extinction of different animals and plants. Huh? Different and particular mean different things. Okay? Particular means certain. Plant is a major environmental concern. See your problem right there? A versus the. Yeah, it is a, but the first group say that it's the most important. Most important environmental concern or other problems. What? Huh? Okay, whether or whether or not if. It's a bit confusing as to whether or it isn't. Whether it is or it isn't. You can't change the verb and go off topic here. This is not this. There's no balance. This is a major concern, or it is not a major concern, or there are other more important concerns. But then you change other problems related to the environment. Oh God, environmental problems. It's okay to say it. Problems related to the environment. That's just a mouthful. Should be prioritized. Well, no. I mean, it says that it's more important than animals or plants. In my opinion, all environmental problems should be equally weighted and given priority. Well, what does priority mean? Priority means first, comes first. Yeah? Priority. I have priority. I go first. If everything is equal, then there is no priority. Priority doesn't exist. On one hand, some believe that the speed at which a species of animals are getting extinct from our planet should be... All right, let's move this up here. Bring it up to the top. Well, right about here. Okay. The speed at which... Okay, so now, no, in the question it talks about that it's happening. That's the concern, not the speed of it. Species and animals. No, I missed a yellow there. Species, plants and animals. Species, there are species of plants. A species is a particular type of life, not particular, any certain, an individual type of life form, be it, animal, plant, or virus. Okay. Things don't get extinct, they go extinct. Go collocates with extinct, not get. And to extinction from our planet, extra words not needed. Should, not other planets, they're still alive there, but from our planet, should be of utmost concern for the Earth, as well as for human beings. Okay. Who has concerns? Yeah? Monkeys? No. Monkeys aren't concerned about anything, except the other monkeys. The Earth can't have a concern. Everything is as for human beings. Plants and trees. Trees are plants, are the lifeblood of this planet. That is, don't use language like that. That is idiomatic, an idiom, or metaphoric, because it's informal. Of this planet Earth, should be capitalized, as they provide oxygen and also protect us from climate disaster. Oh, what? Okay. All right. So which ones protect us from climate disaster? Animals are also getting extinct. Why use the same word twice like that? Dying out, disappearing, lots of other words. Because of the overconsumption. Overconsumption is one word, and it is not, you don't use the with abstract nouns like that. The extinction of these two what? Makes our life hard. Hard, not very descriptive, hard, as we will not be able to protect ourselves from any disaster or virus attack. Okay, from any. Now, any is a very strong word. It means all. So without these particular plants and animals, which ones? We don't say. But without them, we wouldn't be able to protect ourselves from any disaster. Not a single one. Virus attack. Okay. It's called a pandemic. As the novel coronavirus, you're going to have to capitalize both of those, or neither one. This is too new of a word in my lexical to say whether it's capitalized or not. As I've seen, many animals have already been injected with potential vaccines, plural. And this offers us an opportunity. An opportunity is something that comes along every so often, and it's an opportunity. It's an immediate need to know which vaccine is going to work effectively for humans, on humans. Like, okay, so what do they do this to? They do it to lab rats, and I know that even things like dogs and pigs and horses and even those are used sometimes in animal experiments for particular reasons. Like for monkeys, it's because of their brains. For pigs, it's because of their blood is very similar to ours. But I'm no offense. Okay, for vaccine and this. Okay. Your support is, you see, viruses, I know this is hard to fathom right now, but the coronavirus has nothing to do with the environment. The environment is, plants and animals dying off. But lots of viruses, like SARS and MERS and all that, it's not a product of what is generally considered to be an environmental concern. Okay, I think what you're trying to do here with get disappeared is to use the passive, because we do sometimes use get in place of be when we use passive voice. By, like, for example, the suspect was killed by the police. Okay, so the police killed the suspect, and then in passive, you reverse it, and you take the object. The suspect was killed. We add what? The suspect got killed. That's fine. That's in spoken English. It's okay to do that. But two problems here. It's not spoken English. It's IELTS. You should use the passive when appropriate, but not with get. Is. And then we don't use the passive with intransitive verbs. Google it. Intransitive. It's a group of verbs that don't take objects ever because of what they are. Happen. Okay? Happen. You can't happen something. I'm going to happen that. No. Things that happen just happen. Okay? Appear and disappear are also intransitive verbs. You can't disappear something. Okay, so if animals disappear, or use better, because use disappeared, because you want to set up a second conditional, which you halfway do. If the animals disappear from the face of the earth, once again, it's a good set phrase, but the tone is not appropriate for an IELTS essay. No, it would be good for a persuasive essay or a magazine article, the face of the earth. But not here. So, if animals disappear, just animals. Human beings will really be in trouble. Uh-oh. Don't use really. And trouble is so vague. What does it mean? It's, don't use good, don't use bad, don't use trouble. And really is too informal. Be in trouble. Well, how? All right. So what's going on in this paragraph? Have you supported your idea, or have you presented the view of that side effectively? No, I don't. Well, there's some support, but it's not adequate support. So if it's not adequate because a lot of it isn't valid. Okay. How do the question is not whether or not all animals disappear. It's particular ones. And believe me, lab rats, the kinds they experiment on, are in no danger of going extinct. They breed quite easily. You wouldn't be surprised. Okay, second body paragraph. To some, however, problems like an increase in pollution and emissions are sort of the same thing, are the main areas of concern. Okay, good. Climate change. What? Pollution and emissions. Okay, that's your CO2. Okay. Climate change disrupts our everyday life as CO2 pollutant gases such as particulate matter. No, particulate matter is not a gas. It's a solid. It's a particulate. It's fine dust that's in the air. It's not pollution. Continue to increase in our atmosphere. Why are we capitalizing these? Okay. I'll continue. Period. Okay. These polluting gases make people susceptible to disease. No, they don't. Good vocabulary in susceptible to disease, but and again, it doesn't matter if you get things wrong. It's hard for me to mark that way, but it is true. If you say something that's completely false, but you say it and you honestly think it, they won't hurt you. So let's see if you support this idea. Make people susceptible to disease and cause other health-related complications. Here it is. Other health-related complications. Scientists have recently found that areas with higher air pollution are more likely to have a severe COVID-19 outbreak. Oh no, COVID-19 again. I know it's on your mind. It's on everybody's mind. But you should never use the same example in consecutive paragraphs. In one right after another. Okay. What scientists? When did they say this? Where did they work for? This indicates that an increase in emission pollution, which is it? Emissions or pollutions, increases the health hazards, and hence, to save human lives, these issues should be considered into account at first. Okay, I finally figured it out. But at first, at the end like that, is very confusing. That these issues should be considered above plants and animals dying off in the first place. See what I mean there? It asks you, or the question says, others say there are more important issues. And this seems to be stuck on pollution. Well, what's another one? In conclusion, I think all the environmental problems. Well, by the very reason you said all, that's all is an article to some extent. Okay. Anyway, I think all the environmental problems, just environmental problems, should be given equal priority. Okay, there's that again. Be it the loss of human lives and species. Be it the loss of human lives or plants and species, plants and animals. Equal importance should be provided to both of these aspects. Why? You need a full paragraph to explain that. And you need to take out some of the wordiness that you have in the other paragraphs. I generally don't give band scores, but if you look at task response and you see, do they answer all parts of the question, you've definitely not done that. So that might be about 5. Sorry. True. C and C is okay. It doesn't flow very well. There is good use of cohesive devices, though. Vocab. It's a concern. You're trying too hard. You need to, or not trying hard enough. One or the other. Don't be so vague. All right. Yeah. And then finally, grammar is really quite good. Not a lot of grammar mistakes. So could be a 9 in grammar. Who knows? But a 5 that would average out to a 7, wouldn't it? Let's hope.